speaking with the Kviyas mezuzah, Shem should help us speak the shiurim and the new basement, temporary basement, and the new basement.
First of all, most important, you have to realize that make sure there's a chiyuv and make sure you know where to put it. The right side, the height should be the Shlishal, someone pointed out, and he's right. I should have mentioned when you have a very high door entrance, your sheet that holds, you put it keneged a kasef, that's a whole different shear. But we're talking about a typical doorpost that you have to make shlish elyon, tefach hasamach l'chutz, and basically make sure there's a chiyuv before you put it up. One bracha goes for all the doors, even though each mezuzah is a separate mitzvah. One bracha patas all the doors and choose the most chiyuv. Typically, people like to choose the front of the house, but make sure there's a full chiyuv. That goes into a small room, a vestibule that would not be a full chiyuv, and therefore find a better room that has a full chiyuv. If possible, not to be mavir al mitzvahs, take the nail and the hammers, put it in the room that you're about to make the kviyas on, and then put it up there, and then move from room to room. Try not to talk in between, and basically have in mind to pater all the mezuzah with one bracha. Before you make the bracha, set up the mezuzah that it should be just a naka too. If you start fumbling with the nail and it falls down and flies away, so knock it in on both sides enough that it won't go flying, but it will not yet kfiyas, and then make the bracha, and then knock it in afterwards. Typically we use the right hand, even a lefty should use his left hand. For this you need kayach, and you have to do it with accuracy. The nusach is the kvaya mezuzah, even if you have many mezuzahs, unlike tfilas kelim, we had a few different reasons, but basically likbaya with a dagish, mezuzah even on many mezuzahs. There's no chiyuv to make a shechianu even the first time you're putting up mezuzah, but some people like the mahada, so they get a beged chadash or a kelim, the house to have in mind the shechianu. But basically, if you're doing that, then make the shechianu either before the bracha on the kviyas or after the kviyas, but it shouldn't be a hefsek in between the mitzvah, the bracha and the mitzvah. Have in mind, again, all the mezuzahs, and some say you should live a little bit in the room afterwards so the bracha is chal. According to some, the kviyas is actually likuva, not just it should be on the doorpost, you have to make a ma'aseh kviyas based on a mukiyos, the Aruch that tape will not be good, Velcro won't be good, magnet won't be good. You have to have a real kviyas of either the typically nails or glue, sid or the like. Some say the ik is it shouldn't fall off, so therefore a double-sided tape would also be good. And basically it has to have a kviyas, so make sure you do it, try to do it l'chol days. Obviously, if someone doesn't have the ability, then a double-faced tape that's strong probably will stay, and that would have some type of similarity to a glue that has the maila that even the Mukhi insisted on. The electrical appliance, a screwdriver or drill, is considered ma'aseh yadayim, and it's going to make a bracha on that. There's no chiyuv to wash your hands before the kviyas unless your hands are not clean. If you touch the mezuzah, before you touch the mezuzah, actually you should touch, then you should wash your hands. You could put it up at night and knock it out, wait till day to put it up at night, put it up by day. And basically the chiyuv is on a balabayis, but he can make a shliach als mitzvah als shluch shalad b'kamoisei, but then there's always the problem, you have to mitzvah b'yosem b'shluchai. Why do we mechaber other? That's together, that it's a better ma'aseh kviyos, it gives a little more kavanah to the mitzvah, but it shouldn't be done just to get out of the job. L'mashal, a person he bought a house, so put up this in each house. In each room, you could get the worker to do it, but that's delegating someone, and you could do it yourself. So avada is in mile of mitzvah boy, unless the quality of the mitzvah is enhanced, or else it's a kibud to give someone else. Never delay the kviyas mezuzah for a kibud. That is not a right priority. Don't live overnight. Don't live without a mezuzah because of a mile and a kviyas that's going to be tomorrow or beyond. L'maisa, the chatchil is better than one gadol should make a bracha on. Have in mind all those that are kaveya, the mezuzahs in various rooms. There are those that justify the minig, each makes their own bracha on their particular room. They have das not to be yaitzu with the original bracha. Noshim can put up a mezuzah and make a bracha, just like anoshim, a cotton or lahavdal, a goy should not put up a mezuzah. The hidden mitzvah applies to a case, just like Tashmisha Kedusha gives Kedusha to the case, so to hidden mitzvah applies. It's Kedai to put the case that you could see the Shakai, that's a Maila, that's in Shulchan Aruch in two places. And also today it's wrapped in plastic, double wrapped actually, so maybe the case, if it's not lanoi, it's just as a case, would not be chayiv and shemis, but typically our case have a lanoi factor also, so it's also shmishi kedusha. The nails have no kedusha. There's no hiddur, of course, on a nice house, at least as far as the mezuzah is concerned. Basically, some are makbid not to use barzel, some don't even use gold or silver, not to have any of the sheish matris. Many are not makbid, b'chlal and barzel, and certainly gold and silver is an option. The hiddur is to have the shem shakai that's visible but not touchable, because you shouldn't touch the actual cloth, and also it's mechika shem chas v'shalom. Lucite has a maila, as we said, and basically the question if there's a chatzitza bichlal on mezuzah is a big issue, and if you hold there's a chatzitza, you can't have it back to the case either. But it seems that the new type of case is the fact that it's further off, not even part of the actual case, some are more mafakbik than on a regular case that has a backing. That at least is bottle, and this is sort of like a separate part, but there are those that are machshir even that as well.